Congratulations, you've made it to the Coprolalia podcast. Hello?
Coprolalia. The podcast that brings you quietly into its home, sits you down with a well-priced cigar and prepared whiskey, and whispers delicately into your ear, "I am your mother, boy."
Ugh. That's exactly what it does. And I'm very glad that we have such a product to present. So get ready, get your cigar smoking lips out, and your and you don't swallow it.
Your cigar smoking lips and your horse toting hips. Break out the big tips.
And your horses with the windows down. So you gotta roll them up.
Man, get those horses' windows down.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough for in jokes that we only barely are in on.
I have a soundboard, or not a soundboard. I have an effect unit that is much more effective this time.
Just in case
so
if you
enjoy,
you might have been disassociating.
If you enjoy hearing this, and a bit of then you're in for a bloody well treat over the next hour. I'm Rye, by the way.
I'm Giles. And this
podcast. The Big Bang Theory. Alright, anyway, whatever.
Did you say Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bazinga? Just like bazinga.
We need a bit of bazinga. Bazinga. Yeah, what else have I got?
We need like you need a fake laugh track sound effects or something.
Oh, there's a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright, Giles, you talk about what's on your mind and I'm going to get a fake laugh track ready.
So, I don't know whether I've over or underestimated Big Bang Theory because I absolutely despise it. But at one point in my life, I thought it was funny. So I don't know, do I just hate myself?
It's very easy. It's a very easy show.
Well, yeah, you don't even need to laugh. You can just let the show laugh for you.
Jesus.
It's pretty incredible.
So I didn't hear what you said because the laugh track that I found was way too fucking loud.
Oh, yeah. How do you play it through the thing?
Oh, here we go. Okay. Anyway, Big Bang Theory though. It's just very middle of the road. That's all I can say about it. I guess like it's just it's for people who don't really want to put in any effort into their watching experience, which I totally.
And who also aren't who are more than willing to laugh at their own stupidity.
Yes.
And I don't know. Are you allowed to have a show where the joke is mostly the fact that like the characters are autistic or like just socially handicapped? Like, is that allowed to be a joke? Are we allowed to just parade people who don't know how to communicate and just laugh at them? Like, for I think the guy who writes it and produces it, he's like meant to be one of the smartest guys in television, but he also did 2.5 Men, so he's clearly just taking advantage of others' stupidity.
The bar has been set pretty low.
I don't even want to say his name because he'll get too much credit.
For fuck's sake, I'm just trying to download this goddamn laugh track and I just keep getting me pop-ups.
Me pop-ups?
Le pop-up.
Are you getting it from like a free public domain website?
No, it's a YouTube video that says royalty free, so I'm gonna go ahead and trust them because
because we ain't got no royalty money.
Ain't got jack shit.
No.
All right. Anyway, well, one thing I used to consider the possibility of doing was getting good at something and then doing like the making the most mediocre thing. No, like making something that was guaranteed to be a success and make a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And then later on, you go, I just did that because I needed the money, and now I have the money to do anything.
Oh,
and then
yeah. You mean
art.
can you excuse someone's like initial attempt because their later attempts are like much better? Yeah. I think you can do that. I mean, it's hard
to shake your reputation though.
It justifies shit content, but what isn't. I don't know. A lot of things are shit. So.
I probably wouldn't say it's the case for this guy, since if he made 2.5 million, then he's already got the money.
Yeah. Well, he probably thought to himself, I want to make a show about nerdy guys like me. And
perhaps,
and just thought to himself like, oh, what if I make nerds cool? That'll make everyone love me.
Did he try to make nerds cool?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see if I can find a statement from this guy. Chuck Law. There, I said his name. I said I wasn't gonna, but Chuck or Lowre. Does that sound like
this
Law
episode
or
of
Laurie?
Of Coprolalia is sponsored by Chuck Law
on Big Bang Theory.
It does feel a bit un-PC.
Wait. People also ask, because I wrote Chuck Law on Big Bang Theory. Google suggests people also ask, is Chuck Law?
What was I watching? I was watching a thing with Ryan Reynolds and who's the guy from Donnie Darko?
The guy from Donnie Darko, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds was doing an interview thing where they use the top search. They use the top search results. Oh no, the top searched questions of Google, or like the autofill questions.
Yeah,
and one of them was what is Jake Gyllenhaal? So perhaps it's quite a common thing.
And it's evolved to just is Chuck Law. Is Jake Gyllenhaal? Question mark?
Maybe it's people just forgetting to write the rest of it. Like, what is Jake Gyllenhaal in? What is Jake Gyllenhaal's mother's name? Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Because that's fucking necessary in some way.
Not intrusive in any way.
Jake Gyllenhaal's mother's middle name. That should be like one of the top trending questions.
I love it if there was just a group online who that was their thing. They just went into Google and searched shit like that as much as they could to get it to be the most common thing. So they just made memes by overloading Google servers with silly requests to the point where the Google servers autofill your stupid answer or your stupid question. So it is like what's the guy from? Hang on, give me a second. Here we go. I can never remember his fucking name, even though he's my favorite guy. Is Donald Trump played by Nicolas Cage? Would be a good question.
What's the character?
There we go.
Alright, that will work. Alright, let's cue this up. I'm gonna say Bazinga, and you're gonna be right on the trigger with that.
Hang on, let me just jump over here. I'm just gonna quickly. Sorry, I just have to do it really quick. What? I didn't want that. How do I? I like that there's a little bit at the end. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, I gotta do it like this. It's just gonna be just a slight pain in the ass. Go, and then that one. Just chuck you in there, and then. Sorry, this is really poor content. I'm not explaining what I'm doing. I'm just making sound effects. I'll put on one of these so it's. That's good content.
Oh damn!
Fuck, we're so close. We're so close to this working. This is definitely something that should have been done before. There it is.
I just read a whole article from Variety.com trying to look for a quote from him, and I couldn't find anything. And now I just feel like I filled my head with shit.
Bugger.
But Bazinga.
Shit. I wasn't ready.
You'll fucking get ready.
I fucked it all up. What the fuck just happened? Yeah, really fucked. Yeah. Ableton's being a giant dickhole. What? That's not the joke.
No, don't, I'm gonna get onto like an endless laughing spiral or something.
Just the last thing is all fucked
I'm actually
up.
already wiping tears away from my face.
There we go. Okay. You may say what whenever you're ready.
Alright, well, I won't do it because it's expected right now. I'll do it in a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have it all queued up ready for later, so you just drop it a little later.
Bazinga.
Anyway, okay. So here's something that's been on my mind today because I had a really shitty day at work. Because I'm always catching myself having a little whinge. I'm always like, I wish I didn't have to go to this job. Even though it's a pretty sweet job, I guess. But I came to realize today what shits me so much about it, and I think what shits people the most with a lot of hospo jobs is it's not that the job is actually hard or stressful or anything like that.
No, it's a bit stressful. Hospitality is a pretty stressful career.
Sometimes. This one in particular isn't overly stressful. What I will say is it kind of removes you from humanity, I think.
Ooh.
Like when you just start taking orders like that, when you just you start to feel like a machine, you know? If you spend, what I do is I spend like 6 hours straight or 5 hours straight just taking coffee orders and writing them on cups and putting them over. So though I'm constantly dealing with people, it's so disconnected from actual reality or from the actual people that I'm talking to. So
and it's
really,
there's a weird balance because some people want to order a coffee from a robot and some people want the real person that's underneath to go, yeah, been having a pretty good day, how are you?
Yeah If you want to order from a robot, you should probably go to Macca's. That's kind of the point.
Yeah,
so
but
anyway,
don't you want to?
I'm wondering.
While you're ordering your Big Mac, you don't want to hear a little story?
No, you don't.
From the migrated person behind the counter who probably has some cool stories.
More stories than I've got, that's for fucking sure. I'm wondering if it's more damaging in a way than like doing
Bazinga.
That laugh just really carried.
It was a sleeper. They were just like, wait a minute, did he just do it? Like, half the audience was laughing, and then it took the rest of the audience a little bit to figure out what just happened.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Fuck, that's gonna be so good. We can get onto really good shit. Like, I've been working in this shitty factory job for about 5 years, and I'm really getting pretty close to the edge. And I think tonight actually might be the night that I kill myself.
In the factory. Nah, seriously, if the problem was the factory, then just work somewhere else. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at the point where you're gonna kill yourself, just shift jobs. Like, sometimes you gotta be really gentle with the way you treat people in depressing moments in their life. But but sometimes you just got to give it to them cold.
Yeah,
it's like get a different job, dude.
I mean, talking in terms of an easy job market to be part of, which is Australia's job market's pretty breezy, I would say, in comparison to a lot of other countries.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many conditions within that statement, though. But I get you. Yeah, it's not. We don't have jobs where we remove landmines from the street and stuff like that. We're all right.
Yeah. So that's Anyway, that's what I was thinking. Just to take it back.
Callback. Is that? That's the woo. Do you have one where like someone famous walks into the room? Because those are always amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what any of the buttons I've rigged up are. I've just randomly put them into different clips, so it's a fucking crapshoot every time.
Bazinga!
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, boy. This is really the episode where we figure out what we're doing probably about halfway through the episode. I feel like all the pieces are really coming together in this one, but we so far haven't actually put forward any real content.
It's like
the pieces are there.
It's like trying to play chess. It's like trying to play chess, but no one's explained to you how to play, and you're just making it up as you go along. You've got all these very interesting carved marble pieces. You don't know what they do, but you figure it out. You know, chess is just one of those games you can figure out without anyone teaching you anything.
No one's learnt chess just by figuring it out.
It's an interesting concept really now that I think about it. Like,
try and work out how to play chess.
Well, there's just always had to be a person telling them how to play chess. Oh, I guess you could write it down or something. It's really not that interesting now that I think about
it. So Giles has moved to Bendigo.
Yeah, Bendy.
Bendy bloke.
Also known as Bendy Ghetto by some, and also known as Spendigo by others.
Bendigo is not really a very nice term for it.
No.
It's totally not a very good description.
Intentionally
it's not a ghetto
derogatory.
in any way. Yeah, but like Bendigo, if you were to say Bendigo, like I would perhaps Ballarat would be better. No, but even then, Bendigo is like none of these towns are actually like low income and dangerous. They're just trash. They're like they're like middle class, whitewashed center of Victoria trash. Australian trash.
It's a little like that, but like
trash.
I think even the trash can become self-aware and transcend its roots. That's what I feel like I'm seeing a lot of self-aware, like post-modern people, like teenagers, who are ironically smoking synth. You know, so that's something. Synth is like it's like a really stupid version of marijuana that is just not good for you. That people really fuck their heads with. Down here in Bendigo, it's got its own mythos. But what I really wanted to say was, you know how so Bogan started talking in a really funny, stupid way and doing things like punching darts, burping into the abyss, like where I just showed, and punching darts, sinking tinnies, cracking open cold ones with the boys, that kind of thing. But I think we've seen that culture while it was being mocked, people will now take that joke on and then ironically be that person, if you know what I mean. So instead of just shaving a mullet, they'll ironically shave a mullet. It's essentially the same thing. It's functionally the same thing, except the joke is in their palm and not in yours. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So you think people in Bendigo are in on it?
Yes. I think they're becoming smarter.
Okay. I have seen no evidence of that, but sure. I mean, you're. Yeah, I get to just have big laughs for my jokes.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, how can I make it so that he'll know when to do it when I say something?
That's the thing. Unfortunately, I've got the power.
Yeah.
Boy.
Fuck.
It'll die down.
Bazinga, I guess.
No,
all right. Well, now you're gonna have to get
time.
some. You're gonna have to get some crickets chirping or something. That would be.
Oh, that's actually a fucking good idea.
I shouldn't be giving you that power though. Just fucking make fun of everything I say. Reduce it to crickets chirping. Maybe I deserve that. Just go for it. Get it ready.
I haven't got it, and I won't.
Oh.
Get it.
Some good potential.
Now that you've talked about it, I'll find something else. I'll find something funnier. Anyway, so that's like a lot of people in there's people in Melbourne as well just do everything ironically, and then it just turns up
like hipster culture might have been real for a moment, but then it immediately became ironic, or at least like
yeah.
If you're a true postmodernist, a post-ironic, so you're both doing it sincerely, genuinely, and ironically. So you gotta get on a couple of levels there to get to that stage. But
yeah, like
people love being hipsters, but it's also a joke to them as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you do. I don't feel like you get me. That's okay. Bazinga.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yep.
No, don't even give it to me. I feel bad about that one.
These are all really long.
Do they have to play to their entirety?
No. But I'm not gonna. I don't see me changing it. I think it's pretty funny.
Do you get much rain this weekend? These are the kind of questions we need to get to the bottom of, I think.
Yeah. So there was a weather forecast for Fordcast, the new Fordcast. What would that be? I can't think of anything. Anyway,
the new Mitsubishi Honda, only from Ford.
There we go. There it is. That'll come up later. So there was a forecast for a shit ton of rain, and we got a shit ton of no rain. We got a lot less than we expected anyway.
Yeah, same.
We were talking about we saw this post on Facebook of a I can't remember what car it was. It was a semi nice car, was stuck under an underpass, like it had driven through floodwaters and gotten stuck. And we figured that that's probably the CEO of the news company that predicted this shitty weather, or like pushed for it to be like the main headline.
So
and he fucked up.
I think
he was like, oh fuck, well we have to make it look like something actually happened. So he parked his car under an underpass and they filled it with water, just to like yeah, it happened. Oh, look out.
Excuse me. You like to
Sorry, didn't do that one.
You like to try and figure out who's making money from it. Is that something you said once? You were like, figure out who makes money, and then you'll figure out if it's true or not, or something.
Pretty much in every case.
Yeah. So
in most cases,
do you reckon there's someone making money out of like getting the whole population to be afraid of heavy storms?
News for sure has to be. because they're getting more listeners. Like if they've or viewers, like because people will put the TV on in the background just to keep up to date with what's happening in the weather. You know, if there's actual risk. So if they play it up, then they're probably more likely to have people tune in. Is my theory, and I think that's been proven by plenty of other things. I mean, it's a little more serious, but things like terrorism.
Yeah. I'm just starting to realize how say even during like 9/11. When that all went down and all the TVs were just playing it non-stop, that must have been such a huge amount of money that they just made from 9/11.
Exactly.
I even want to say, I think I saw a comedian on YouTube talking about how during the Las Vegas shooting, apparently there were like 5 ad breaks during their live coverage. Like they had a reporter there.
Yeah.
So he was there, standing there, allowing all these ads to play before he could continue reporting. So I think that's a total conflict of interest, if you ask me. Like I think,
it makes zero fucking sense.
I mean, and if we weren't doing this weird struggle to make as much money for as little as possible, then we wouldn't be doing these disgusting things like slapping McDonald's ads on starving children in Africa, which is not a thing that happens, but I'm predicting it right now. You know those photos of the impoverished kids with flies on their face?
Yeah, and then
slap a McDonald's.
Tells you to donate $1.
Put a Macca's arch on his chest.
I've got this great idea that I'm gonna start getting PETA videos of showing animal cruelty.
Yeah, nice.
And then that's it. I'm just gonna make get a collection of those going.
It's like a big collection of animal cruelty videos, courtesy of
but no,
PETA.
I'm just gonna replace the audio with da 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 da. Like just the McDonald's theme tune on loop for the entire video. So look out for that tasty dank meme.
Was that dank or dame? Damn meme.
Dank.
Yeah, there we go. Missing the k.
Oh, we'll get there, boy. We'll get there. But I mean, perhaps it's somewhat. Now I feel like one of those shittier radio presenters, like, oh, you're here with Mr. Butt in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
but I've seen you try and turn it into some sort of musical quality. So you've got some.
Anyway, back to terribly depressing news about terrorism.
Yeah. Bazinga.
Yeah, it just seems like surely any news network or anything that's doing the reporting should surely be a non-for-profit organization, right? Like the ABC and the SBS, I'm pretty sure, bro.
Yeah, I mean they're government funded, but that would be a new level of conspiracy if the government was orchestrating terror to make money from the TV channels that they fund. Yeah, I think there's not a conflict of interest there.
I mean, that's already the theory behind the 9/11 attacks, was that it was all just a government conspiracy to.
Well, yeah, but
to be able to invade Iraq. And
but that's not trying to make money from TV ratings. That's a different thing. Like,
it's still trying to make money.
If the Australian government
and try to make power.
If the Australian government, I don't think we could even, like, I don't know if we'd get away with just claiming that another country has weapons and then start a war with them. Like, that's the kind of shit that America does. I don't think Australia would do that. They'd join in for money reasons, but they wouldn't start it. We wouldn't. Australia's not in need of anything so badly that we need to create a fake war. It's a kind of messy bed that America has made for itself.
I've been watching actually a lot of YouTube channels and videos about like global power and where it's kind of falling. And obviously, America's been the major superpower for a long time. I mean, a long time being since the end of the Cold War. But apparently that's kind of starting to fall over a little bit for them, and they're losing a lot of influence. And Trump is making things 10 times worse for them. And China's massively on the rise. India's massively on the rise. So it's interesting.
Yeah, on the rise. How though? Not military. Like America's got.
They've both got decent.
Everybody.
Well, yeah.
They've got I could probably get a couple of statistics here. America is at least twice.
I'm pretty sure America spends
the next country, and the next country, the next like 3 or 4 countries are their allies, and they're like twice the size of their allies.
They spend like a third of the entire world's military budget is just America's.
Right.
However, there's more to global power than just military. It's a big one, but like trade is huge because China is something like a third of the world's market is kind of controlled by China just because they're such a huge exporter. It was like, or maybe it was like a third of the exports of the world coming from China, which makes sense when you think of everything is made in China. But that's basically how they're a global power because almost everyone is in debt to China. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, I know there's all these different ways of doing it. I don't know what, but yeah, that's that, I guess.
Yeah, sorry if I zoned out for a moment there. I'm reading about military shit.
That's alright. It was pretty interesting looking at how Australia shapes up in terms of global power, but like in terms of how our economy does and stuff like that. Normally not something I'm interested in or get into at all, but it's actually kind of pretty astounding to look at how well off we are. I mean, I know our standard of living in Australia is fucking amazing. But we're also just super, super solid. Like, when there was the financial crisis, we were basically fine, really. In comparison to a lot of other countries, like America was fucked.
Yeah, I have a feeling Australia just doesn't have that capacity for mass corruption. Like, I'm sure there are people who learnt shit from American economy and came here and just went, wow, this is easy pickings. But I think there's a lot of really good, honest businessmen in this country.
Yeah.
I just said an oxymoron though, honest businessman. Hey.
Well, in comparison to other businessmen, perhaps.
Hey,
and
wait.
Women, business people.
Can I get a laugh track? Honest businessman.
No, just too early. You just chime in when you're ready. They're gonna keep doing it.
Bazinga! Motherfucker. You can't just fucking escape into the void like that. Come back.
I need to work out a way to stop this cricket 101. Hang on, let me fix that up. That one. And goodbye, Mr. Cricket. Anyway,
I didn't hear the cricket.
Oh, you didn't hear the cricket?
No.
Ah. Well, let me turn her up a little bit. Let me get her out a little bit.
Yeah, that's perfect. There's just... They're trying to scream, but they can't. I think this is officially...
Dude, all the pieces are there. All the pieces are there. I'm so excited about this.
I was about to say that this has been the worst podcast so far.
I would agree. As a show, this has been truly atrocious.
However, somehow I actually think it's been like a big step forward.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I think we've achieved a lot, even if we did step backwards.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of this podcast. Is it's shit talking, and it has to be total bullshit, and then eventually something good will come out.
Well, I would say that there's more room. I want to make sure that there's room for truth and stuff that we say that's honest and genuine.
Oh, there's so much truth in what we say.
I think we're just trying. I would like us to be transparent in the fact that it's basically shit talking. It's on par. Yeah. It's on par with nonsense.
This is not a show where we're not preaching nothing.
Yeah, we don't believe in enough stuff to preach.
None of that.
Buzzinga.
I actually tried to do it. They flat out refused. Jesus. Well, this really goes to show this episode has really come full circle in proving that the Big Bang Theory is just trash.
It's genius. Yeah. Exactly.
Trash.
Genius.
No, you're saying it wrong. It's trash.
It's trash. Trash.
Garbage.
My voice is fucked because I went to a party. I did a lot of nothing, and I sung a lot, and then I hurt my voice. It's exactly how I want it.
That's a good reason to have your voice fucked.
I think it's genuinely good to do to your voice. Like, after it heals, it's got like a little bit more character for a little while at least. Yeah, I think people should just yell a lot more. Not around me.
Imagine. So you've got a fucked voice though because you had fun and you sung and enjoyed yourself and lived life.
I've also got really sore legs. Yeah.
Imagine unrelated. Imagine going home one day. Sorry, I was fucking with my pens.
What? With your pens?
My pens. I have multiple pens. I'm a multi-pen boy, and I was fiddling with them.
Alright. And none of that. None of that fiddling with pens.
Point is though, imagine going home to your beautiful wife.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There'll be less sound effects in future episodes once I get over the initial hype of having a.
Yeah.
But for now, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of
back to the story with the wife, please.
So you go home to your beautiful wife, and she's all like, "Hello."
This is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful house. And the days go by, water flowing underground. Yeah.
So you go
Bazinga.
home.
They're trying to laugh, but the crickets are just too fucking loud. Alright. You go home to your beautiful wife.
You go home to your beautiful wife.
You may
sounds
find
a really
yourself.
shitty insult to someone. Like,
yeah,
you're having a conversation with someone, you just had nothing. You go home to your beautiful wife.
Alright. Yeah.
Anyway, so you go home to your beautiful wife.
Yeah, beautiful.
She's a bloody bitch. And but you can't speak. You've worn your cords out.
Alright, I'm putting it together.
This is what happened to you.
Yeah.
This is what happened to you, but minus the beautiful wife and the going home. You just fucked your voice.
In this story, I am the beautiful wife. Am I not?
In our hearts, we are all beautiful wives. Hearts, we are all beautiful wives. Hearts, we are all beautiful.
This is a bit of a trip for me, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so you go home to your beautiful wife.
Yeah.
And you can't speak. But the reason is because you've been at a shitty job and it's your job. You're the guy with the job at the job to tell the other guys that they're doing a bad job, and they're like, "Hey, I'm just trying to do my job."
Oh, you mean I lost my
Don't
voice from telling them that they sucked at their job?
Exactly.
Well,
it's a long-winded way to say how much of a shitty job would that be to be the guy that has that job at the job to tell them that they're doing a bad job.
Yeah, Have you seen? Have you seen? Have you seen Up in the Air with George Clooney?
No. So, just kind of emulating a plane. Remembering if I've seen.
Oh yeah. Well,
yes.
that's. Oh, you have. Oh, there you go. Well, that's a movie about. Okay.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't? Have?
I haven't seen it. I've seen the cover.
Okay. All right. His job.
I figured that was enough.
He gets hired by people to fire people. So they don't want to do it. They've worked with these people for too long to just go, I'm going to destroy your life and fire you. I'm going to get a third party to come in, to fly over and to do it. Because he has all the social skills and none of the empathy. So yeah, he just goes around and he fires people. Like, fuck capitalism, essentially.
Well, alright, so I guess people don't get into that job. That was a massive pause. Sorry, I faded off.
That's
I was
alright.
thinking about old G. Clunes over here. I guess you just have to do that kind of job to be the guy who just yells at people. You have to just be
Well, you don't have to yell.
Broken inside.
In your story, you need to yell. So let's say that they're working at a factory where it's really loud and you have to fire people while the machines are right next to you and you have to yell at them.
Yeah. That's awful. Just the worst. You wouldn't do it there. You take them away from the machines.
No, you can't get away from the machines though. You're in the belly of this horrible machine and the machine is bleeding to death. That's a reference to a Godspeed You Black Emperor song, so it's that poetry wasn't me. Bazinga. That's probably the closest to it being on point and the least funny time it happened. So I've got to make some weird notes about how comedy works, and basically I don't think you're allowed to know how it works. You have to just accidentally do it every time. Hui!
It's a strange medium like that. It's funny watching people talk about or listening to people talk about comedy, and they basically all just say like, you can't just learn how to do it. You just have to start doing it, and you just suck for almost all of the time that you're doing it.
And then you die.
So that's charming.
Sorry?
I think this is a pretty good example of this is kind of the point of this podcast is you do it and then you die.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping that if we do enough of these, I'll die in my sleep.
Just die. I was talking to mate at work, barista at work today, about how back in the day of let's say at least 100,000, sorry, 100 years ago. Let's say 100 years ago. Back at the time, back before modern medicine, and when people died, that was it. That was the cause of death. Was just death. There wasn't. You didn't.
As opposed to today, when you die and it's not it. That's not it. Back in the day, when you died, that was it.
You die, and you say, "How did he die?" Say,
today,
he caught this disease, and we tried. It didn't work.
Oh, I see. You mean if you get sick, you die.
And they say, "What did he die of?" It's like, "What do you mean? He died. That was it. The cause of death was that he died." It was
death. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think there's something in there, but the delivery's not there. I don't know how to word it.
It just sounded like you were stating facts, though. Like back in the day, yeah, we were that ignorant.
You just died, yeah.
But nowadays, when you die, you get put on a conveyor belt.
There's basically two ways you can die back in the day. Is you either got syphilis, or you died
in the womb
by the hands of some scallywag in a duel.
Oh yeah,
These are facts, son.
In a gauntlet thrown to the ground kind of way. Yeah, every time.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just a history lesson.
Seriously though, for all of those guys who are dueling over women, one guy having which one wins, right? The guy who's married or like promised to another woman the rest of his life, or the guy who died, who wins? Am I right?
Oh, I get it.
It's the first
Marriage
time on
is a
this
trap.
podcast that I've felt shame. So that's an
marriage is a
exciting new...
beautiful. Actually, I'm not going to say that.
Marriages are beautiful.
I don't think marriage is a beautiful thing. I think marriage is a goddamn scam.
Right, so dying would be the preferable option, right?
Mr. Bones in here. I know he's in here somewhere.
Oh. Is he?
Yeah, he's always around.
We're always...
Hey!
We're always talking about dying or killing ourselves whenever Joel shows up.
Joel, can you tell us
No. Yeah, Ryan's got a laugh track now.
Nice. Oh shit, and it plays my phone. My laptop broke and now I'm using my shitty one again. Better.
Joel, how are the bird pictures going?
I would show you guys, but my laptop's broken. And this shitty laptop doesn't have a fucking SD card slot.
No, that's
Jesus.
right. That's right. My
That's
laptop doesn't have one either, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, you spent $1 million bajillion on that.
exactly
fucking
$1
thing.
million was spent on this laptop. How can one company just fuck up so astronomically?
First of all, you
I
gotta have a visionary guy start the company and then die because he rejects modern medicine. That's step 2, and step 3
Was
is
this the
hand
topic
over
of
your
last week's
company.
podcast?
I feel
It's we did
always-
talk about him only eating apples.
it's always
That's been the running theme for the last few seasons.
I have never once been without a thought about how Apple is a shit company, though.
Not a day goes by when
It
I'm not
drives
thinking
me.
about him only eating apples.
Alright, I'll have to dispel that rumor that he only ate apples. But he did, at one point, have a diet
Ooh.
where for weeks at a time he would only eat apples. That is true. He didn't die because
Steve
of it.
Jobs, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We all
This
know
has
that.
been. This whole podcast is just this particular episode in general has had no introduction to any topic we've been talking
Well,
about.
alright. Here's my theory.
No, I'm
the
done with it now.
the very name or term podcast comes from the iPod, which Steve Jobs came up with. So
this show is his fault.
I would consider this a plus on Steve Jobs' resume, but to each their own.
Yeah. Coprolalia sitting at the top of his resume. Okay. Anyway.
Bazinga.
Come back. Yeah.
Can you say
My
Bazinga, Joel?
computer fucked up. Bazinga. Bazvis? What did you say? Bavitsma. I can't say it. Bavitsma. Is that it?
Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah, yeah. Bar mitzvah. Hell Hitler.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, none of these are landing, guys.
You can't just decide that, right?
I ain't doing shit, dog.
Alright, rise the judge, jury, and executioner on what's funny. I bestow upon you that title.
I just have all the power, 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 power.
Of course you. Alrighty. Steve Jobs sucks. Let's move on.
We should, in the last 10 minutes, we should talk about a topic. I reckon.
Oh.
Crazy idea. Jumping into Vice. Vice is always a good place to start.
Thanks, Ray. I appreciate you actually giving this a shot right now.
I mean, arguably, this has probably been the best episode of Coprolalia.
Yeah, there's an argument to be made, but I don't have the words, and I don't think you do either.
I guess we can just upload this one as Russian folk music, and then people will be in for a bloody surprise.
Yep. Yeah.
Bavisma.
Bar mitzvah.
I can't say it.
I think it's just your delivery, Giles. Just doesn't pick it up.
Bar mitzvah.
Oh. There's a...
Yeah, Joel?
a pretty lit picture of fucking... me doing Firepoint the other night.
Yeah, cool. I'll check
I've heard you're good at that.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Actually, I've seen you do it anyway. What am I talking about?
Have you?
I'm not fire poi. I've seen you do regular poi.
You would have seen me when I wasn't even that good.
I saw you at the
Cameron's?
Doof. Yeah, Cameron's thing.
Yeah, I was pretty. I am
Cheers.
so much better than what I was then.
Oh boy! Well, I'm gonna have to get down and see it.
Oh, the music stopped. So this is a good moment for me to choose.
Wait, are we still recording?
Yeah, this is the show today.
Dude, I thought we stopped.
No. Welcome to the show, Joel. It's happening right now.
Welcome to Coprolalia, guys.
What do you call? How do you spell klezmer?
I don't know. Comment below how to spell that. Giles figured it out. Here we go. Here's some music coming at you live from Sam Hyde's head.
Hey,
Hey,
I got a Sam Hyde t-shirt.
yeah,
Jesus.
nice. Kaushwa klezmer band. Hey, everybody put your hands together for...
Sam Hyde's Mighty Flying Jew Boys. That just felt really bad to say.
Have I muted it somehow? What's going on? It's not playing.
Sorry, someone's yelling at my name, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries, man. Play... I'm just gonna retry this because it's not working.
Play.
Oh no, I can hear it.
Your pussy like this. Don't stop, don't stop, don't quit.
I can hear it. What was that Vice article you were gonna talk about?
No, I'm not doing that anymore.
Alright.
Instead, I'm gonna do a
There we
random
go.
Reddit page. Random subreddit time.
Alright,
This is perfect music for it. So
hit it. Welcome to our new
favorite
segment.
segment.
Yeah.
Random Reddit renegades. There we go. Random Reddit renegades.
random
picture's up
Reddit renegade bar mitzvah.
Renegades.
Bar mitzvah.
Giles.
Back once again to the renegade master. Beat the beatbox, the mitzvah.
Giles, make sure you put up that picture of Joel throwing some poi around.
Oh yeah, where is it?
Stick her up.
It's an internet cafe.
Internet cafe. Alright, here we go.
Anyway, so Here we are. Random Reddit page for today is. Ooh, it's 100. Oh fuck! It's something to do with manga. I don't know what it is.
Can't stand
Shower
manga.
thought on the current arc. Clicks to see spoilers. All right, so we're diving into a manga. I don't know what it's called. It's so if Eren marries Historia and if they have a child, the royal family on both sides of the sea will be officially named Jenga. Copywritten. That's copywritten material of Hasbro though. So
Oh wow!
I feel like this isn't going to be a good story arc because it is going to get sued by Hasbro.
Hmm.
Well, that was a terrible subreddit. Let's jump back into a different subreddit.
We're just breaking in this new segment, fellas. So and lady version of fellas. Sister.
All right, here we go. We got Anna Kendrick, the Anna Kendrick subreddit.
Oh.
Anna Kendrick being a famous actress.
Yeah. She was
Anna
in
Kendrick.
Twilight.
She is well known for.
She was in a movie called 50-50 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen.
She's in Pitch Perfect 2,
Yes,
The
yes,
Accountant,
she is.
Mike and Dave Need Wedding, ... Trolls.
She
The
did
list
this,
goes on, and
she
here's
did
a
this,
photo of her.
She did a video on
touching her
YouTube where she stacked cups and then unstacked the cups. It's quite impressive.
Wow.
Oh no, she got other people to do it. Never mind. She just sang a song over it.
This segment is not. It's not going where I wanted it to go.
What were you expecting?
Something funnier.
Alright. Random subreddit again, go. Woo!
Here we go.
Spin the
Rain
wheel.
meter. This is perfect. Okay, we got rain meter.
Oh yeah, that's the desktop program. It
Hub for all things rain meter.
yeah. So I don't know why it's called rain
Tell us
meter,
what it
but if you want on your desktop some little stats about what your CPU is doing, what your hard drives are doing, there's all kinds of functionality. Like, you can make it so that certain spots of your screen will give you a feed of like Twitter or maybe like it'll every time a webcomic you like has been updated, a little thing will appear on your desktop. Like all kinds of things. It's if you've got a desktop and you're bored, it's something to do.
Cool. Well, that's just a plug. That wasn't funny. That was just a plug for that software.
Well, yeah, they're paying me to do that.
Dude, my blinds are so fucking far away.
Dude, we've only got 2 minutes left.
Zimbabwe.
What has this been? Sorry, super delayed.
No, that's fair. Like, you're only human, and our internet is probably at least a few milliseconds off.
This is true.
You can't be funny when the weather's fucking shit.
Yeah, you can.
Nah. No one's like this.
What's happening?
It just
What's wrong with the weather where you are? It's nice and sunny here.
What? Dude, where the fuck are you at? I'm in Castlemaine and it's fucking cloudy as. It was just fucking.
Oh, I'm in
and
bloody.
it's like 7
Bendigo.
degrees.
I'm in Bendigo.
Do you find that it just really shits you how much the weather does affect your mood?
Yeah, I fucking hate rainy days.
I'm the opposite. I've never let the weather affect my mood. I think my mood is it's an enigma to me, but I feel great in overcast weather. Like, I feel recharged, and I just love it.
Okay, but how do you feel in hot weather?
Recharged.
I like hot weather.
Okay.
No. I actually don't like hot weather, but it doesn't make me feel bad.
Yep. Well, good for you, I guess.
Cheers.
I find it really fucks with my mood and it shits me. makes me feel like I'm an underdeveloped human being.
Wait, so which is worse? The weather shitting you and putting you in a bad mood, or your bad mood giving you the shits? Thank you.
I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, but there's gonna be something in here.
Wow, I sort of got screwed on the old.
I like it when it rains.
Wow, I sort of got screwed on the old bedroom selection. Every room's like 4 times as big as mine.
What?
What is happening? So that was Owen Wilson.
Have you moved it?
Wow.
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 That's a good soundbite, actually. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find real good ones. And wait, this is great. This is the episode where you learn how to do a podcast.
Wow. This.
I think the person isn't introducing the klezmer music. I think that's what we're listening to right now.
Wow. Wow.
Sounds like the way you would say wow, Joel.
Wow.
Wow.
Welcome to the new game. Owen Wilson or Joel.
Can you get a?
That's
can
actually
you
a
get
good idea.
A Wario robot?
Yeah. Chican!
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Here I come!
Flippers and all, wow.
I can act. Wait. Here we go. Play that again, Ray.
Flippers and all, wow.
I think that's Shanghai Nights.
Alright, that's a good one. Yeah, okay. Try and guess the Owen Wilson wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zoolander.
Wow.
That's
I
not
reckon
music.
you were right on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's it. That's actually that's the show.
Guess the wow. If you could set up something like that for next episode, that'd be good.
Sure.
Guess
Is
the
there
wow.
any-
Hold up. You want to do preparation?
Wow.
I'd rather do guess the anime titties.
Guess.
You
Guess
can't
the
you
titties
can't
by
do
the
that.
sound.
You can't do that on a podcast, Joel. That's the only issue. You can't...
Dude, you just go.
I don't like that
you
attitude.
can describe titties,
All right.
man.
Big.
Okay.
can
I'll
describe
get up some. This episode will go slightly longer than normal, so I'm gonna get up some famous titties, and I'm gonna describe them. And you're gonna
I
tell
like
me
this
whose
idea.
famous titties I'm describing. I'm gonna do this with multiple things because we're not sexist motherfuckers. We're gonna describe other
We're also
things.
gonna
So
put some
I'm
man
gonna
titties in
search.
there.
Here we go. All right, here's a good one. I'll also describe what they're wearing. That might also help. So we've got
Wait.
this
How do you
this
guess?
small.
Are we guessing Are
You
we
just-
are we guessing what anime they're
Who-
from, or
who
manga,
is-
or what's the
No, it's a. I'll tell you if it's a real person. So it's a person. It's in a movie.
Oh,
gonna
okay.
tell-
So we're
tell me
guessing
who it
whether
is.
it's anime or real.
No, I'm
We're
describing
trying to figure out-
somebody based on their titties. This and we'll do someone based on their penis as well. We're gonna break it all down.
Alrighty,
And you're gonna guess who it is.
Ah, okay.
Simple
yes,
game,
Yes,
get
yes,
with it.
yes, Yep. Yeah. I'm here. I'm there.
We got this small. I'd use the word petite. A light brown nip, and it's pointing outwards. There you go.
And who?
And
Is
she
it
got
is it the black girl from Spice Girls?
No, it's not. She got a fur
damn,
coat
her
on,
nipples
blonde
are
hair.
always fucking.
Oh,
horny.
wait. Fur coat on, blonde hair. Is this in a movie?
And
Paris Hilton.
yes, just underwear, a fur coat, and blonde hair. Red underwear. There you go. That's all you get. Now you get to guess who it is.
Nah, I got nothing.
I reckon you'd know it, Giles.
It's
This is
Cruelty
an
Devil.
Have you got any?
impossible game.
Have you got anything else?
She's in a hotel room and she's dancing with a small boombox. There's champagne involved. and there is a small, somewhat underage boy also in the hotel room. Giles loves this film.
Wow. Wow.
This is a fucking wow.
I honestly can't, but like, it's touching these areas of my brain where it's just like, yeah, you know it.
It's almost famous.
Oh.
Anyway, it's what's it? Is it Kate Hudson in that film?
Yeah.
Kill Bill.
I feel like there's something so unethical about this game. No, not ethical.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Not ethical. It's like
immoral, sexist.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Now we gotta guess the penis.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Guess the penis to average it out. All right.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'll just have to search penis.
Forgetting Sarah
We
Marshall.
don't discriminate.
Got it. You got it first. First one.
That's the first movie I think of when I think dick.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, cool. Here we go.
Here we go. Give me 1 second. No, that's not right. It's gonna be. How the fuck do you? Okay, here we go. That's how you do it. I get it. Alright, so this is there's two penises involved in this one.
Alright.
Double trouble round.
Alright.
They are abnormally large.
Okay.
And
Basketball.
they're hinted at. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it, you got it. It's basketball.
I was gonna say Harry Potter.
Fucking what scene?
Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, no, I remember it. They're in
you know,
like the locker room after broom class. They're in the locker room. And
Oh jeez.
And Harry. No, I got
Whips it out.
Yeah.
Harry's balls are swollen from riding the broomstick.
They would all be so young in that film. I don't know how I feel about this. First we boil a woman alive down to her titties, and now we're talking about underage boys whipping it out with some brooms.
Whoa. And on that note, this has been Coprolalia.
Come on, boys.
Would you like to end it on a strong segment, just like a nice message or something? Dude, you could get a beat going over this shit. Fuck yeah. It sounded like flames in an 8-bit video game. That's the worst crowd of them all, I think.
That's it. It's been Coprolalia. This has been a fucking shit
we'll
show.
send you guys off if you've stuck
Sorry.
Oh no, it never peaked.
If you've stuck around, we appreciate it. We enjoy the company because we can feel you there, and
now that we've used this episode to experiment, next one's gonna be a bloody good episode. I can't think of anything funny to say. It's just next time will be better.
Hit the fucking dislike button.
Wow.
Yo, go ahead and leave us a dislike, please.
Wow.
Yeah, just dislike this episode.
Yeah, click dislike, leave a comment saying,
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell us how
Wow.
Bazinga.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, goodbye.